kind of interesting about this particular place is you've got Cirencester to the north, which is about maybe 25-30 miles away, and then you come down to Avebury, then you go to Silbury Hill, which is just over there. We're going to have a look in a while with my drone with that one. I can't get up there because you're not allowed to, just because. And then you go a bit further over to West Kennet Long Barrow, and then if you carry on more or less in a straight line, you come to Stonehenge. So basically you can almost draw a north-south kind of a line, and everything kind of joins up. And I don't know whether that means anything at all. It's just what I've been kind of thinking about kind of since driving out here. But I think I'm going to take a little walk up that way. I'm going to try and put my drone up. It is a little bit blowy, so I'm not sure how it's going to get on, but I think we'll give it a go. Okay, so since sort of coming home, this kind of intrigued me really, and there's a load more stuff on this particular north-south line, it looks like anyway. That's Salisbury Cathedral. Okay, it's one of the biggest cathedrals in the south of England. We're quickly going to shoot forward to a place called Old Sarum. Okay, and then we're going to go forward once again to Stonehenge. This is exactly in a straight line. We're going to carry on up a bit more. Going to go to there's like an old campsite there. That's Alton Barnes White Horse. That's West Kennet Long Barrow. That's Silbury Hill. That's Avebury. And carrying straight on up again in the north direction, that is Cirencester. Romans called it Corinium. That was the capital of the Cotswolds, and one of the oldest towns in this particular area. I don't know what that means. It just seems to be very intriguing. Okay, we're just going to move a bit closer to Silbury Hill, just over there. There should be a little pulling on the left-hand side on the public road. I've used it several times before, so I tend to just pull in here. West Kennet Long Barrow's down that way, about a mile, so I can very much get my drone up here and just fly it maybe the 200 meters across over to the to Silbury Hill there. Yeah, it's quite an impressive structure, isn't it? I'm going to take the drone off. I'm going to get filming once again. And yep, we're okay. Up we go, and across we go. We can have a look at it from this side. I've got better visual line of sight here. Excuse the car noise going by. Not an awful lot I can do about that, I'm afraid. Let's get out in the middle of the road and say stop. Okay, this here we can get a good view of it from up top. We'll take it directly up. I actually think there's some people there, and there shouldn't be any people on it. Yeah, there's actually some people there. People are not supposed to be walking on it. If everyone did that, then it would soon wouldn't be a thing, would it? But no, you're not supposed to be walking on that. Naughty people. Anyway, I have done it once. I remember coming out here as a child. It was a trip with the local school at the time, and yeah, we just kind of came out here as children. There we go. Right, sort of battling against the wind at the moment, the old drone, so it's quite a windy day. You can see the axis there just struggling somewhat against the wind. Still got visual line of sight. Can just about see a little dot, and I know it's orientation as well, so we're all good with that. Just gonna take it down a bit lower, I think. I'm just over there in the distance. And still just about see it. Just coming over the top of it now. Okay. Someone up top having a picnic, I think. Perhaps they give us a wave or something, eh? Hey! There we go, giving us a wave, look. Yeah, right. Probably think we've been rumbled, it's the police. Okay. Let's take it back to ourselves then. That was good. Kind of enjoyed that. Okay, so now we've got some walking to do, quite a bit actually. You might just be able to see it over there, maybe about 3/4 of a mile. We've got to come off the busy A4 road. We've got to take ourselves through the gate up into the field. And onwards. It's a bit of a information board here. Welcome to the Avebury World Heritage Site. Stop and freeze frame if you like. If you want to read that, just freeze frame, have a read. There we go. And yeah. So West Kennet Long Barrow is where we're going to head for. Silbury Hill, Avebury Henge. We kind of looked at Windmill Hill as well. And the sanctuary, which I've not been to yet, but freeze frame again, guys, if you just want to read that, if you're interested in this kind of stuff. So we're going to make our way up to West Kennet Long Barrow, which is through this way here, over the very pretty river Kennet. I believe it's the Kennet anyway. So yeah, yeah, Wiltshire has got some very old relics, strange stuff going on. I mean, it goes way back, thousands of years, and I mean, we know what this place is all about. This is a long barrow, so basically... Right, so this is the West Kennet Long Barrow. It is one of the most significant and well-preserved Neolithic chambered tombs in Britain. It's located in the county of Wiltshire, about 3 or 4 miles to the west of the town of Marlborough, which is situated in the southwest part of the United Kingdom. It is near the famous Avebury Stone Circle, and it's not far from other notable prehistoric sites such as Silbury Hill. Here are some key details about this site. Historical context, period. The West Kennet Long Barrow was constructed around 3650 BC, and that was during the Neolithic period, which is part of the New Stone Age in Britain. What was its function? It served as a collective burial site, and its chambers were used for the burial of multiple individuals over a period of time. The site is believed to have had a ceremonial or ritual function, as well as a burial purpose. Reconstruction. The tomb was originally used for burial over several centuries, but it fell into disuse and eventually was deliberately closed, possibly around 2500 BC. Size and structure. The mound. The Long Barrow is a large earth and stone mound, approximately 40 metres in length. Chambers. The barrow consists of 7 chambers which are aligned along the central corridor. The chambers are built with large stone slabs, and the entrance faces towards the south and the east, which could have had a significance in terms of solar alignment or ritual practices. Construction. The mound is constructed using large limestone blocks, and the chambers are built of large stones arranged to form an internal structure, which would have been covered with earth. Archaeological discoveries, excavations. The barrow was first excavated in the 1850s, but more significant excavations took place in the 1950s and the 1960s. The remains of several hundred individuals were discovered in the tomb. The archaeological evidence suggests that the site was used for multiple burials over an extended period of time. Artifacts. Archaeologists have found human remains, along with a variety of grave goods such as pottery, stone tools and other items that may have had symbolic or ritual significance. These finds provide insights into the lives and the practices of Neolithic communities. Okay. Right, it's a bit of a climb. I just want to see how the flip actually gets on with it.
Follow 3, 2, 1.
Right, how's it going to do in the wind, I wonder? Oh, it's kind of doing okay. It's lent at about a 35-degree angle against the wind, but it seems to be doing fine. Yeah, sorry about the wind noise, guys. We are heading up towards West Kennet Long Barrow. Ceremonial significance. In addition to its role as a burial site, West Kennet Long Barrow is thought to have had a ceremonial or spiritual significance. The position and layout of the tomb, along with the artefacts found there, suggest that the site was used for important rituals or rites associated with death and possibly with ancestral worship. Theories and mysteries. Ancestral worship. Some researchers believe that the Long Barrow was not just a burial site, but a place for the living to honour their ancestors. The burial of multiple individuals over time may have been part of an ongoing ritualistic practice. Rituals and ceremonies. Given the layout and the artefacts found in the chambers, many archaeologists believe that the site had a significant ritual function. Some theories suggest that it may have been used for ceremonies related to death, rebirth, or ancestor veneration, and it could have been a focal point for a larger community or groups of families. West Kennet Long Barrow remains a fascinating example of Neolithic architecture and burial practice, with its history and significance continuing to inspire research and interpretations. On a very, very windy day, I've got a torch. I'm not sure how much you're going to be able to see. I'm just going to shine it in here. It's just got very much a pinpointed kind of a light. It just gives you an idea, me as well, when I have been here before. So this would have been one of the burial chambers. These stones are, goodness me, 5,500 years old, I think. There has been some renovations gone on in this place, so you might be able to see something there that looks quite modern, doesn't it? But these stones here are pretty much original, as are all the big stones. You've got some concrete up there. Obviously they've had to reinforce it. This place was apparently closed down about 2,500 BC, there or thereabouts, because they just didn't bother burying people anymore in here. I'm not sure what the reasons would have been. Perhaps it just became just a dangerous place, to actually work or whatever else, but I'm sure there wasn't much health and safety way back then. Going to go to the back of the burial chamber. There is a view hole up there which lets a bit of light in. Once again, we'll have a look around. Just gives you an idea, really, this place. And looking back towards the front, there we go. So yeah, so I'm basically stood where people 5,500 years ago actually stood as well. Quite incredible, really. Oops, when you think about it. Okay, another kind of burial chamber in there, and I think there was also one on the way out on the left hand side here. Another one there. So yeah, that's your West Kennet Long Barrow. Interesting place, very interesting. There we go. There's a huge great stone here as well. There we go. Big old stone. Yeah, so this is sort of fairly typical of kind of long barrows in and around this part of the world, Wiltshire, the south of England generally. There's loads of them around here. This is one of the best kept ones apparently in the UK. Very glad that it's accessible to the public. There are more examples of long barrows, but not as good as this one. Okay, so we're just coming to the end of the video now. I just thought I'd put the flip up just to see if it would follow me, and it would not. You can see how much it's banking over, because of the wind, and it just won't go forward. So I just had to rescue it before it it kind of flew away or something. I mean, there's a slight issue with it, with that, obviously, you know, looking around the side there, you can see that it's got the prop protectors. There's a lot of plastic going on, and it just acts as a bit of a sail, so it really does struggle, you know, in the high winds. So I put the little chap away, then I got out the DJI Mini 3 Pro, and that had no problem at all. Yeah, the Mini 3 Pro is a great drone, and I use that for most of my drone flying today, just because it can really kind of go through the wind really well. It's a great drone. I'm just wondering how the Neo would have got on in that wind. I don't suppose it would have fared much better really than the Flip. I mean, I've got 3 or 4 different drones. They do 3 or 4 different things for me. The Neo's great for going through the forest at low level, and it can take an absolute hammering. The Flip itself can't take much of a hammering. It can take a bit of a beating, but not too much. But I do like the camera quality on the Flip, and I'll keep going with that for a while. Anyway guys, just want to say thanks for watching. Take care, and more videos to come. Please like and subscribe, and I will most definitely see you on the next one. Take care. Bye for now.